Americans today are more disgusted, disillusioned, and distrusting of political parties and government than ever before, but for some reason, American apathy remains grossly high. Here are some of the reasons for that, as well as why they're completely irrational and illegitimate. There is no way my government is doing that, and even if they did, it doesn't affect me. Really? An overbloated military doesn't affect your safety by creating more terrorists than it could possibly kill? Oh, and by wasting your tax dollars? So all those toxic foods and pills that your FDA has been approving for your safety, aka for the profit of big corporations that they're in bed with, has no effect on your health when you're guzzling them down every single day, and America is one of the unhealthiest countries in the world? And that pink slime, also known as the beef served in public schools that feeds your children, isn't a detriment to their health when it's filled with bleach and hormones? And that fluoridated water that you and your family have been drinking from the tap and showering in, that is coated and soaked in fluoride, which has been proven to lower IQs, has no effect on you? But I work all day, every day to pay off my mortgage and my bills and my student loan debt. I'm too tired to care about politics. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but the reason you're such a slave to debt is because your government sold you out over 100 years ago with the passage of the Federal Reserve Act of 1913, which was written by the most powerful people in this country and pushed through by Congress. And ever since, there's been a system of taxation and inflation and debt that has directly affected you because you're working that 9 to 5, try to pay your taxes and try to pay off the debts of the government and try to survive in a system of credit that has done nothing but screw you over and transfer wealth and power from you to your rulers. But I'm just so tired. When I get home from work, I just want to sit on my couch and watch TV and not worry until I have to wake up early tomorrow morning and go back to the job I hate. Then it's probably time to let you know that right around the time the Federal Reserve Act of 1913 that turned you into a tax and debt slave was passed, one of the nation's top war propagandists, Edward Bernays, who had helped start World War I and keep it popular, was working with top bankers and big corporations to ensure that you became a mindless consumer who was distracted from everything that went on in the world. And look at today, it's still the same way, and America's gotten more and more out of control with foreign and domestic policy while you watch Dancing with the Stars. Congratulations. I may not always pay attention, but at least I'm going to vote in the upcoming election. I'm doing my responsibility to my country. Okay, well, first of all, if you're not fully informed, you shouldn't be going to the polls in the first place and trying to impose your ignorant will on the rest of us. But let's get to the heart of the matter, which is that no matter how much you vote, it doesn't make a difference. And I think you know that because America's satisfaction with political parties is at an all-time low. So stop lying to yourself, because ever since the inception of America, citizens have been voting, and ever since the inception of America, there has been corruption. And it is at a peak today because people shirk their civic responsibility to be informed and to keep an eye on government by lying to themselves and saying that they can just vote and therefore have done their duty. It's hopeless. The system is too far gone, it's too corrupt, and it's too depressing to try to do anything myself because I can't make a difference. Okay, first of all, false, because history shows that every dictatorial and oppressive government in the history of mankind has been toppled once people snapped and had enough. It's a shame that they keep putting governments back in power because the pattern repeats itself, but the potential to stop a corrupt government is huge, and it's just the way of history. But let's get to the main point here, which is that because you think that you can't do anything and because you haven't been paying attention, your government has gotten much further out of control. The less you pay attention, the more they have fun with your tax dollars and go about oppressing you and oppressing people all over the world with the force of violence. So let's get it together. The less you pay attention, the worse your government gets. The more you pay attention, the less leeway they have to screw you around.